Something monument. Look at the monument. Was there a picture?
Lady, that's it.
Fuck. There's some behind there.
When we discover new stories and explore new spaces,
They literally think that this is the most haunted castle in the United States.
This is the only place I've heard like a disembodied scream.
There's times where it's uncomfortable, for sure.
I've never ever had a night like this.
I've been made a believer by this place.
Wow. Sarah Johnson's room. So hundreds of dead bodies have been in that casket right there.
2, 3.
What the fuck, bro?
We're not leaving until you show us a sign.
Oh my.
That looks like a whole crazy face, dude.
What did you see? What did you see over there? Calm down. Yo. You okay? Why did Seth go up there?
3 minutes away from a castle on a giant hill in Vermont.
Our buddies Josh and Seth have done this, and they literally think that this is the most haunted castle in the United States. It's up the top of a mountain, super creepy, and we're literally about to pull up on it.
Josh and Seth are right in front of us, so we'll see them in a second, but check this place out.
Wilson Castle.
Wow. Whoa. Look at that. That's incredible looking. What are we in Hogwarts or something? This is the coolest castle I've seen in a long time. Dude, it's all red and stuff too. Look at the stained glass right there.
See how gothic it looks and all rusted?
It looks so good for being like late 1800s and super haunted, right?
Yeah, oh, for sure. We gotta see the inside too. Kind of peaceful, but scary at the same time. Does that make sense?
It looks
Beautiful, but terrifying.
yes, beautifully terrifying.
Hey, Colby.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My name is Andy and I work here at the castle. Denise, the owner, is one of my best friends and I want to thank you guys so much for coming.
Hey,
Pleasure to have you.
that's sick.
My name's Steve. I'm just a local paranormal investigator. We've been coming out here for 7 years. We're actually one of the first groups I think that ever came out here to investigate in 2014, and we've been back probably almost like 50 times since then.
Wow.
You're gonna be in for a treat tonight. It's a very, very cool spot.
So you guys do the whole equipment investigation type of stuff?
It's my full-time job.
You think it's haunted?
And we know it's on it at this point.
This is the only place I've heard like a disembodied scream. Like it was. Oh man.
There's times where it's uncomfortable, for sure.
Oh, sounds good. Yeah, let's take a look around. Be sick.
I feel like we're in Hogwarts, to be honest.
That's what I said. Alright guys, so before we go explore the Wilson Castle, we just wanted to give like a quick synopsis of what this place is all about.
We are at Wilson's Castle at the top of a mountain in Vermont. So it's called Wilson's Castle because those are the current owners, and the original owners, the ones who built this place, also haunt it because of a lot of reasons we're about to explain here. Those guys are the Johnsons.
So again, the only people you need to know in this story are the Johnsons who built it and the Wilsons who own it right now. The general story starts with the Johnsons. So there was John Johnson, who was a doctor. Best name ever, very
John
confusing.
Johnson.
And he was married to somebody named Sarah Johnson, who was from England and was very, very wealthy, had a very wealthy background.
John Johnson was not as wealthy, so a lot of skepticism as to why they got together.
This castle itself was $1 million back in the day, $33 million in modern day times. Sarah Johnson was loaded.
Sarah Johnson was the one who funded the entire project, but John Johnson is the guy who made it happen. So there's a lot of conspiracies around that say maybe Dr. John Johnson was just using Sarah to get the money to build this beautiful thing. Because as soon as he finished this, shortly after, Sarah Johnson ended up dying, and John Johnson immediately sold it. Why would he spend so many years of his life, so much money with his beloved,
his
and just
wife,
immediately sell off this entire castle?
It just doesn't make any sense.
Another theory is that Sarah's family, the rich family, found out about John Johnson's conning him, basically just using for money, and forced them to leave because of heartbreak and all the sadness that she found out her husband was a goddamn con man. She died of a heart attack.
There's even a conspiracy, and this one's kind of far-fetched, but there's a conspiracy based off of EVP captures here that John Johnson himself killed his wife. He only cared about the money, and that's the whole point of this.
So those two main owners of this place are said to be one of the most active spirits here. John Johnson roams around this entire place, and Sarah Johnson's room is rumored to be the most active room in the entire house.
The first Wilson, whose family name owns the house now, built a radio tower not too far away, which we'll show you guys soon, for not really a known reason. Like, there's not a lot of people around here. There's a fucking mosquito on you. He built a radio tower and nobody knows why. Again, there's not a lot of people around here. But what is a radio tower? Basically a giant spirit box, if you think about it. A spirit box is something that uses radio frequencies and the spirits can just pull out words. That's how they're able to communicate with you.
You've
And
seen us use a couple of spirit boxes, right?
yeah, we've used them in the past before. There's a rumor that he built this radio tower specifically
To attract
energy and spirits. Why? Because Johnson, the original owner, had a bunch of weird cryptic things hidden around this house, like Illuminati eyes and like Egyptian hieroglyphics. He was considered a doctor. He was also rumored to be using like hypnosis on his patients and like
a lot
magic.
of weird things and making like almost experiments. Why would you go through the trouble of putting all these weird hieroglyphics that had these weird cryptic meanings? It just doesn't make any sense unless he was into that type of thing. Not only did he decorate this whole place kind of like weird and Illuminati-esque, there's supposedly a lot of secret passageways, secret tunnels, and dungeons.
We're gonna try to find those tonight.
So hopefully we can make contact with the Johnsons or the Wilsons. tonight.
Or any other spirits that the radio tower might be bringing in.
Yeah, these guys, as soon as we walked up, said this haunted by way more than just those, but I guess I'll find out.
Oh my god, this place looks majestic.
Yeah, now it's safe to like actually walk up next to the window. You can see the beautiful like stained glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas like you couldn't before.
Speaking of, how many pieces of stained glass are there? I read there was like 80.
84. The castle is 13,000 square feet and it's 32 rooms.
And have you seen anything like paranormal yourself?
Yes, I'm not the most in tune to it, but I've definitely heard the footsteps. There was a vacuum that turned on by itself upstairs last year. That was insane.
Trying to clean up the house.